Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 2009-10 hockey season. Tonight, block number 15 takes us to the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, and Inside the Crease Hockey for a matchup between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Dallas Stars. We are picking this one up in the third period, tied at 2. The Lightning are on the power play to start this period as Stefan Robidas ended up in the penalty box for hooking very late in the second period. So that's what the green block represents here. We are all set to jump right into this one, so let's jump right in. Faceoffs right now are +5 to Tampa Bay. And a +9 will pull it off to Trevor Daley for the Stars, and we're off and running. That pass will go, he'll actually hold on to that. Penalty if the left wing penalty greater than or equal to 4. Tanguay is a 2. And 11 is going to get sent the length of the ice. And that'll be Mizarros tracking that down for the Lightning. Ticking off more time. That'll get passed up to St. Louis. Loose puck of the lefties hit is greater than or equal to 4. Scrostons is a 2. 26 for St. Louis on the power play. That's going to be a giveaway. We'll check the break. Left wing break greater than or equal to 7. Eriksson is a 4. He'll have control of that, though. That'll get passed over to Scrostons. Takeaway if the center's take is greater than or equal to 6. Lecavalier is a 3. 21, that's going to get sent the length of the ice. And St. Louis will track that down for the Lightning. Ticking off time. That'll get passed over to Lecavalier. Penalty if any defender penalty is greater than or equal to 12. Eriksson is a 19, so he will potentially be going off. But a 2 on the power play is going to be a shot 5 on Turco. A 6 and score! And Turco goes cold, as Vinny Lecavalier gets the goal to put the Lightning up 3-2. Arena groans. Ugh. Lecavalier, that was from St. Louis. And we'll flip over a card to get an assist. Never mind, just the one assist. So we are now looking at 3-2 Tampa Bay here in the early stages of the third period, coming off a power play. Faceoffs are now +1 to Tampa Bay, and a +1 will pull that over to Yuri Lettinen, and the home team for the Stars has it, so we are off and running. That'll get passed over to Eriksson. Force dumping if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 2. Tanguay is a 2, so that'll get dumped in. Puck battle, offensive right wing +3. Versus defensive left D. The +3 will bring it over to Lettinen for the time being, because now we've got line changes. Of course, Lettinen will stay on the ice until he makes his move with the puck. Alright, Lettinen with the puck. He'll pass that over to Niskanen. He'll get off the ice. Loose puck if the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 5. Malone is a 5 on the hit. Wow. A jarring check to Niskanen knocks the puck loose. And a loose puck will be the offensive center versus defensive center +3. Even without the +3, Stamkos will have that for Tampa Bay, as I will remember to flip on my light over top of the camera. 17:40 to play. That'll get passed over to Walker. Interception of the center and left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 11. There is 6. Walker will have that with a 13. He'll make a pass. That'll move up to Downey. 17:20 to play. That'll get passed over to Stamkos. Penalty if the lefty's penalty is greater than or equal to 2. Grossman is a 2. 33, that'll be a giveaway. That'll get touched up, so we'll check the penalty rating. 5 and the opponent if the opponent's penalty is 5 or higher. Oland is not a 5 or higher, so that'll be a that'll be a penalty on Dallas, as Grossman is going off for tripping. And another great opportunity here for the Lightning to extend their lead here, as they already lead 3-2 at the power play goal. We'll get a face-off as they're +4 to Tampa Bay. That'll pull it over to Oland, and we're off. Passed up to Malone. Interception of the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 11. Barch and Fistrick are a 4. 20 for Malone on the power play. That's going to be a shot 3 against Turco. With a 99, Turco will drop that off. He'll drop that off for the right wing. That'll be Barch picking that one up for Dallas. Taking off more time, passed over to Neal. Forced dump in if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 2. Downey is a 2, so we've got a dump in. Puck battle, offensive left wing versus defensive right D plus 1. That'll be Neal with that for Dallas. Taking off time, that'll get passed over to Fistrick. Forced dump in if the left wing defense is greater than or equal to 8. Oland is a 4. 2 on shorthanded, that's going to be a giveaway. And if the left wing's breaker is greater than or equal to 5, Malone is a 0. But he will be in control of that puck for Tampa Bay, though. For the time being, as we'll have another set of line changes. Tampa Bay tied it up based on the narrative that ChatGPT gave me. Tampa Bay tied this one up late in the second period. So they're riding momentum right now. Passing over to the right D over to Foster. Loose puck if lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 1. Scroston's is a 2, so we've got a loose puck instead. Offensive right wing versus defensive left D plus 1. That'll pull it over to Scroston's for Dallas. 15:40 to play. That'll get passed up to Sawada. Forced dump in if the lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 8. London is a 4. 39, that's going to get sent the length of the ice. And that'll be London tracking that one down. And the penalty on Dallas is over, as Tampa Bay not able to do anything with that power play. That'll get passed up to Malone. Loose puck if the right D's hit is greater than or equal to 7. Daly's a 2. Malone's getting that with a 15. That'll be a shot 1 on Turco. And a 73. Turco will make the save. He'll smother that, get the face-off. 3-2 Tampa Bay here in the early stages of the third period. I'm just going to get my ticker ready here so I know which game I've got coming up. So I know what my next feature game coming up is. Okay. Alright. Got that all set. Face-offs are +2 to Tampa Bay. That'll be over to Malone for the Lightning, and we're off once again here in the third period. Taking off time, passed over to Halpern. Forced dumping if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 8. Daly's a 4. 33, Halpern will make a pass. He'll move that over to Zachura. 14:40 to play. Passed over to Malone. Loose puck if left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 1. Morrow's going to knock that puck loose with a 4 on the hit. So that'll be a loose puck. Offensive left wing versus defensive right D +2. That'll pull it over to Daly for Dallas, as the Stars are trying to get something going on here. 14:20 to play. Passed up to Peterson. Loose puck if the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 1 or 4. Malone's a 5. He'll knock that puck loose. And that'll be over to Zachura. And we'll have another line change. Passed over to Velo. Takeaway if the left wing's take is greater than or equal to 1. Ben, surprisingly defensive, is a 5. He will take that puck away. 13:40 to play. Passed over to Niskanen. Interception if the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 10. They're a 7. 6 for Niskanen will be a shot 1 on Nidimaki. A 28 will be a rebound chance. Offensive right D. Niskanen's going to have that with a 29. That'll be a shot 0. And a 29 is going to be another rebound chance. Offensive right D +1 versus defensive left wing. Niskanen having another rebound, a 21. That'll be a shot 1 on Nidimaki. And a 1 score! Matt Niskanen ties this game up for the Stars at 3 as he keeps poking away at it at Nidimaki until he gets it by him. Arena cheers. Yay! We'll flip over a couple cards to get assists. That'll be from Wandell. And Ben. But most importantly, we are tied at 3 here in the third period, as the Stars get the equalizer fairly quickly. And we'll see what our next face-off is. They are +2 to Tampa Bay. +5 will pull it over to Ben for Dallas, and we're off and running once again. That'll get passed over to Ott. Force dumping if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 5. St. Louis. Hold on, we should be on line 4. I think I had 2 of my cards get stuck here. Yep, okay. As I was saying, right is a 2. That'll be a 26 for Ott. He will make a pass. And that'll move over to Wandell. 13 minutes to play. That'll get passed back to Ott. Force dumping if the center's defense is greater than or equal to 7. Konopka is a 2. Ott will have that with a 4. That'll be a shot 4 on Nitty Maki. 19 on a shot 4 is a rebound. Home left defenseman Grossman with a 15. That'll be a shot 0. 15 will be another rebound. Niskanen with a 36. That'll be another shot 0. And a 96. That'll get dropped off by Nitty Maki. And Mazzaros will have that for Tampa Bay. Another shift of pressure for Dallas. That'll get passed up to Velo. Interception if the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 6. Ott and Niskanen are a 6. That'll be Niskanen making that interception for Dallas. Passed up to Ben. Force dumping if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 1. Right is a 2. That'll get dumped in. And that'll be a puck battle. That'll be an offensive center versus defensive right D. Mazzaros will have that for Tampa Bay. Just in time for a set of line changes. Mazzaros will, of course, get off the ice once he makes his move with the puck. Hold on. There we are. We should be on first lines. That'll get passed up to LeCavalier, and Mazzaros will get off the ice. Just making sure I've got my right pairings. No, actually. Oh, yeah. Walk. Okay, never mind. We're good. All right, passed up to the center. Loose puck of the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 5. Robidas is a 4. 35 for LeCavalier. That'll be an assist chance. He's setting up St. Louis with a 7. That's a shot 5 on Turco. 35 on a shot 5 is a rebound. Offensive right wing versus defensive left D +4. The +4 will pull it over to Robidas for Dallas. 11:40 to play as the game is still tied. That'll get passed over to Fistrick. Interception if the center and left wing defense is greater than or equal to 6. They're a 4. Fistrick will have that with a 22. He'll make a pass. He'll move that up to Lettinen. 11:20 to play. That'll get passed back to Fistrick. Interception of the center and left wing defense greater than or equal to 12. They're a 4. Fistrick will have that with a 28. He will make a pass. And that'll go up to Eriksson. 11 minutes to play. That'll get passed over to Robidas. Takeaway if the right D's take is greater than or equal to 2. Walker is a 2. So he'll take that puck away. That'll get passed up to Tanguay. Loose puck if the right wing's hit is greater than or equal to 1. Lettinen's a 2. So that'll be a loose puck. That'll be Walker pulling that back down for Tampa Bay. Passing up to LeCavalier. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 5. Richards is a 1. LeCavalier will have that with a 38. He's setting somebody up. He's setting St. Louis up with a 23 this time. That'll be a shot 3 on Turco. An 11 on a shot 3. Score! Marty St. Louis giving the Lightning a 4-3 lead here in Dallas. Arena groans. Ugh. Just checking what all is going on my phone before we flip over and try to get one more assist. Okay, everything looks quiet there. And the only reason I'm only flipping over one more card is because I can follow the flow of play for Le Cavalier to get an assist out of that. The other assist will be from Walker. As the Lightning now hold a 4-3 lead in this one. Face-offs are +1 to Tampa Bay, +1 to visitor. We'll pull it over to Oland, and we're off just in time to have another line change. All right. That'll get passed up to Malone. Force dumping if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 3. Barch is a 1. And a 1 would be a shot 5 from Malone. Shot 5 on Turco is a 2. Score! Ryan Malone extending the lead for the Lightning as they now lead 5-3. Arena groans. Ugh. Let's see, that was from... Let me see if I can follow the play through. Okay, so I think Foster had the puck, which is why he had to pass it up to Malone. That's right. So that'll be from Foster and Stamkos. As the Lightning now have a 5-3 lead. And before we drop the puck on this new sequence, I will mention that tomorrow's game will be Stratomatic Hockey, and that will take us to, let's see if I can find the arena in here. That'll take us to Florida Live Arena in Sunrise, Florida, as the Colorado Avalanche will be in town to play the Florida Panthers, a rematch of the 95-96 Stanley Cup Final. Avalanche and Panthers tomorrow night in Stratomatic Hockey. Now let's flip over for a face-off as they are +1 to Dallas now. Kicked out low, so Stamkos is going to get kicked out. Face-offs are now +4 to Dallas. But a +5 will pull that over to Stamkos as Malone will get a big win at center ice, and we're off once again. That'll get passed over to Oland. Force dumping if the center's defense is greater than or equal to 4. Ribeiro is a 3. 39 is going to be an assist chance for Oland, though. He's setting up Malone on a 33. That'll be a shot 2 on Turco. 64. Turco will make the save. He'll hold on for the face-off. Stars don't want to take any chances in this one, as they're already down 2. They don't need to pour gasoline on that fire. Thank you very much. We'll get another face-off. They're +1 to Dallas right now. And a +1 to the center and the home team. And the visiting team will bring that over to Tampa Bay for Stamkos. And we're off. That'll get passed over to Oland. Takeaway if the center's take is greater than or equal to 4. Ribeiro is a 4. He will take that puck away. 9 minutes to play. That'll get passed over to Scrostons. Takeaway if the lefty's take is greater than or equal to 5. Oland is a 3. Scrollins will get that with a 4 and a shot 0 on Nitty Maki. A 16 on a shot 0. That's a rebound. Offensive center +1 versus defensive center on a tie. That'll go to Ribeiro with a 38. That'll be a shot 1 on Nitty Maki. 38 on a shot 1 is a rebound, except Nitty Maki's cold, so Ribeiro will actually score instead. 5-4, Tampa Bay. Arena cheers. Yay! That was from Scrostons. And now we see how the goalie being hot or cold can cause problems sometimes. And Neil. As the Stars once more get within 1. We'll flip over a face-off. They're +1 to Tampa, +1 to Dallas. +1 right wing. That'll be a tie, so that'll come over to Barch. 8:40 to play. That'll get passed over to Neil. Loose puck if the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 2. Malone is a 5. He'll jar that puck loose. And that'll be defensive center Stamkos picking that one up. 8:20 to play. Passing over to Oland. Takeaway if the right wing's take is greater than or equal to 7. Barch is a 2. So that'll be a 24 for Oland. He'll make a pass. Move that up to Downey. 8 minutes to play, just in time for line changes. Hold on. Brendan Morrow with that line? Yeah. The only reason I was kind of musing about that is Brendan Morrow's a name I kind of sort of recognize. That'll get passed over to London. Interception if the center and right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 5. They're a 4. 7 for London. He's going to give that away. No break for the left wing. Morrow in control of that puck for Dallas. They need to get something going here, though. That'll be over to Grossman. Penalty if the right wing penalty is greater than or equal to 7. Zachura's at 2. 21 for Grossman. He's going to make a pass. That'll move back to Morrow. 7:20 to play. Passing over to Sawada. Forced dump in if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 5. Velo is a 3. 17. He's going to make a pass. That'll move over to Grossman. 7 minutes to play here in regulation time. Passed up to Sawada. Loose puck if the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 6. Velo is a 4. Sawada will weather the check. With a 31, he'll make a pass on that. And that'll come over to Niskanen. 6:40 to play. Passing up to Peterson. Takeaway if the right D's take is greater than or equal to 6. Mazzaros is a 3. 28 for Peterson. That'll be a pass. He'll move that over to Sawada. 6:20 to play. That'll get passed over to Niskanen. Forced dump in if the center's defense is greater than or equal to 2. Halpern is a 2. So we've got a dump in. Puck battle, offensive right wing versus defensive left D +2. Even without the +2, London will have that for Tampa Bay. And we have another set of line changes coming up. London will, of course, make his move with the puck and then get off the ice. That'll be passed up to Fedoruk. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 3. Wandell's a 2. I'm going to get the other Deccan shot here before we continue with the play. That'll be a 14 for Fedoruk. He's going to make a pass. And that'll move over to Walker. 5:40 to play here in the third. Passed up to the center. That's Konopka. Penalty if the lefty's penalty is greater than or equal to 3. Robidas is a 2. 16. He's going to make a pass. And that'll move over to Fedoruk. 5:20 to play. Passing over to the right wing right. Takeaway if the right wing's take is greater than or equal to 5. Ott is a 2. A 10 for right. He's going to make a pass as the Lightning's looking to chew up clock. That'll go over to Konopka. 5 minutes to play in the third. Passing over to right. Interception of the left wing and lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 5. Ben and Robidas are a 6. That'll move over to Ben with the interception. 4:40 to play. Passing over to Fistrick. Forced dumping if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 1. Hedman is a 4, so that puck's going to get dumped in. And that'll be a puck battle. Offensive center +1 versus defensive center. Even without the +1, Wandell will have that for Dallas. Moving over to Robidas. Takeaway if the right wing's take is greater than or equal to 4. Right is a 2. So an 11 is going to be a shot 3 on Nidimaki. 53 on a shot 3. Nidimaki is going to make the save. He'll hold on, get the face-off. 4:20 left to play here in the third. Dallas looking for the equalizer, but they're running out of time to get it. Face-offs right now are +2 to Tampa Bay, which will definitely keep it over with Walker, and we're off once again into another set of line changes. Dallas trying desperately to find the equalizer here. That'll get passed up to St. Louis. Interception if the left wing and left... Hold on. Interception if the left wing and lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 7. Erickson and Scroston's are a 7. And that'll be Erickson making that pick. 3:40 to play. Passing over to Richards. Interception if the left D and right D's defense greater than or equal to 9. Olin and Foster are a 7. 14 for Richards. That'll be a shot 1 on Nitty-Maki. 67 on a shot 1. Nitty-Maki will make the save. He'll hold on for the face-off. Face-offs are +1 to Tampa Bay. And a +4 will pull that over to Daly for Dallas, and we're off. Passing up to Richards. Force dumping if the center's defense is greater than or equal to 5. LeCavalier is a 2. 33, that's an assist chance for Richards. He's setting up Daly on a 28. That'll be a shot 1 on Nitty-Maki. 36, that's a rebound chance. Offensive center, Richards has got it with a 33. That'll be a shot 1. 33 is another rebound chance. This is how Tampa's gotten into trouble. But the visiting right D, Foster, will shut that down. 3 minutes to play. Passing up to LeCavalier. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 4. Richards is a 1. 25 is going to be a shot 0 on Turco. 25, that's a rebound chance. Home left defenseman, that is Scroston's, with it for Dallas. 2:40 to play. Passing over to Lettinen. Loose puck if the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 8. Oland is a 4. 9 for Lettinen. That's going to be a shot 1 against Nitty-Maki. 41 on a shot 1. Nitty-Maki will make the save. He'll smother it. Hold on for the face-off. We'll bring the puck over here as both of these goalies are trying to hold on. Nitty-Maki trying to hold on. Turco trying to keep Dallas in it so they can get the equalizer. Face-off is going over to Olin for Tampa Bay, and we're off. Passing up to LeCavalier. Interception of the lefty and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 11. Daly and Scroston's are an 8. And 11 for LeCavalier. That'll be a shot 2 on Turco. 51 on a shot 2. Turco will make the save. He'll hold on, get the face-off. As the teams take that face-off to the right of Turco. Face-offs are still +1 to Tampa Bay, but a +6 will pull that over to Scroston's just in time for a line change. Turco starting to look at the net, or starting to look at the bench, in anticipation of being pulled for the extra attacker. Two minutes left to play in the period. 2 minutes. That'll get passed up to Ribeiro. Force dumping if the right D's defense is greater than or equal to 1. Mazzaros is a 4. Loose puck will be London tracking that one down. 1:40 to play. That'll get passed over to Mazzaros. Takeaway if the lefty's take is greater than or equal to 6. Scroston's is a 2. 37, Mazzaros is going to make a pass. That'll move up to Malone. 1:20 to play. As soon as Dallas gets control, we're probably going to see the extra attacker. Passing over to Mazzaros. Force dumping if the lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 6. Scroston's is a 4. 36, that'll be a pass. And that'll move back to London. 1 minute to play in the period. 1 minute. Passing over to Mazzaros. Takeaway if the right wing's take is greater than or equal to 8. Barch is a 2. A 12. That's going to be a shot 0 on Turco. A 60 on a shot 0. Right? Yeah, 50. Right. 12 was a shot 0. Okay. 60. That'll be a save. Turco will hold on for the face-off. Dallas still trying to get control of it. Turco has not been able to get off yet because the Stars have not been able to wrangle that puck down. Face-offs are +1 to Dallas, but a +7 will pull it over to Stamkos, and we're under 1 minute left in this game. That'll get passed over to Mazzaros. Takeaway if the lefty's take is greater than or equal to 2. Scroston's is a 2, and now we're going to get the extra attacker out for Dallas. Just deciding who the extra attacker is going to be. It's going to be Erickson. 20 seconds left to play as the Stars are looking for one last rush. That'll go to Barch. Loose puck if left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 3. Malone's a 5. He'll jar that puck loose. Offensive left wing. versus defensive right D +4. That'll pull it over to Mazzaros. But there's the horn to end this game. And Dallas gets the net empty finally, but they can't get it done as Tampa Bay will take that game 5-4, send the home crowd here home unhappy. Arena groans. Ugh. Just going to grab my pen here as that was 3-2 to end up at 5-4. But of course, you guys know the drill by now. We are not done yet because we have to ask the rest of the NHL. We have to ask final score how the rest of the league fared. So I will start doing cleanup so we can do exactly that. I'm just going to check on the timer for my laundry as well. I think I'm just going to leave that run most likely so I can do the entire ticker before I go get that. Probably the easiest thing to do. Need another set of laminated sheets. Just making sure I've got everything set up here. I'm going to bring my crystal light over, reset the scoreboard so I can use it for shootouts. And we will almost certainly have another standings update later tonight. But in order to get there, we need to get through the month of November. And we will start off with on November 28th with the Flyers and the Thrashers. Flyers, I-36, that is 3. Thrashers, K-56, that is 4. That is a pressure situation for the Flyers. The Flyers are a D under pressure. 54 won't get it done, though. The Thrashers will take that one 4-3. Senators and the Bruins. Wow, two teams who wanted this one. Senators, G56, that is 4. Bruins, H66, that is 5. And that is a pressure situation for the Senators. The Senators are a C under pressure. A 35, though, won't get it done. The Bruins will take that one 5-4. Hurricanes and the Sabres. Hurricanes, G12 is 1. Sabres, I-16 is not much better, but that's 2. Hurricanes are an E under pressure. A 64 might get it done. Sabres are a C26. They can't stop them. The Hurricanes will score, and we are headed to overtime. Sabres will have a chance to win first once I finish updating things in the ticker. Sabres with an I-26 can't get it done. Neither can the Panthers with a G11, which means we've got ourselves a shootout. Both teams are a C in the shootout. Round 1. Both teams will score in round 1 of the shootout. Round 2. Sabres will score. If the Panthers can't score here, it's over. And the Panthers can't score, the Sabres will take that one 3-2 in a shootout. Flames and the Blue Jackets. Wow, Flames, H66 is 5. Blue Jackets, I-23, that is 2. Flames will take that one 5-2. Lightning and the Wild and the Avalanche. Wild, F43 I should say, is 2. Avalanche, J40, actually no, they were 44. F44 I think is still 2, yep. Avalanche, J43, that is 3, and that'll be a pressure situation for the Wild. The Wild are an E under pressure. But a 36 won't get it done for the Wild. The Avalanche will take that one 3-2. Blackhawks and the Kings. Blackhawks, J52, that is 4. Kings, M23, that is 2. The Blackhawks will take that one 4-2. Capitals and the Canadiens. Capitals, N22, that is 2. Canadiens, I-52, that is 4. And the Canadiens will take that one 4-2. Islanders and the Devils. Islanders, E23 is 1. Devils, actually they were E23, which is still 1. Devils, G21 is also 1, which means we've got pressure situations all around. Islanders are an E, Devils are a C. Neither team will get anything done with their respective scores, which means we're going to overtime. Devils with a chance to win first. A G11 won't get anything done for the Devils. An E46 won't do anything for the Islanders either, which means we've got ourselves another shootout. Both teams are a C in the shootout. Round 1. Neither team will score in round 1. Round 2. The Islanders will score. Round 3. If the Islanders score here, it's over. The Islanders don't score, but the Devils do, which means the next unanswered goal wins it. Round 4, which that won't be that. Round 5. Both teams will score. Round 6. Neither team will score. Devils will just miss it. Round 7. Islanders will score. Devils will not. The Islanders will take that one 2-1 in the shootout. Panthers and the Predators. Panthers, E54 is 3. Predators, I-34 is also 3. Pressure situations all around. Panthers are an E, Predators are a C. E56 won't get it done for the Panthers. Neither will a C42 for the Predators, which means we are going to overtime. Predators with a chance to win first. Predators with an I-52. That'll get it done for the Panthers, or for the Predators. They will win that one 4-3 in overtime. Rangers and the Penguins. Rangers, E63, that is 3. Penguins, N23, that is also 3. Pressure situation all around. Rangers are an E, Penguins are a C. Knock it off with the blue die. Rangers with an E36, can't do anything with it. Penguins with a C65, though, that's a chance for them to score. Rangers need to score here, or need to find the save, or this one's over. An E45 won't do it, though. The Penguins will score. They'll take that one late in the third, 4-3. Red Wings and the Blues. Red Wings, H26, that is 2. Blues, J65, that is 6. And the Blues will blow the Red Wings out 6-2. Oilers and the Canucks. Oilers, E22, that is 1. Canucks, K53, that is 4. The Canucks will win that one 4-1. On to November 29th with only 2 games. First up, the Coyotes and the Ducks. Coyotes, G12 is 1. Ducks, M11 is somehow 0. Pressure situation for the Ducks are an E under pressure. But a 14 won't get anything done for the Ducks. The Coyotes will win that one 1-0. Our other game on November 29th, Sharks and the Canucks. Sharks, I-55, that is 4. Canucks, P12 is 1. Sharks will win that one 4-1. November 30th, Panthers and the Thrashers. Panthers, G34, that is 2. Thrashers, I-46, that is 3. That's a pressure situation for the Panthers. Panthers are an E under pressure. But a 34 won't get it done. The Thrashers will win that one 3-2. Capitals and the Hurricanes. Capitals, N16, that is 2. Hurricanes, J55 is 4. And the Hurricanes will beat the Capitals 4-2. Blues and the Blue Jackets. A lot of blue in this game. Blues are not going to be singing the blues, though, in this one. I-65, that is 5. Blue Jackets are also an I. They roll a 32. That is good for 3. And that's good for the Blues to win that one 5-3. Stars and the Red Wings are both H's. Stars roll a 36. That is 3. Red Wings roll a 14. That is 1. The Stars will take that one 3-1. Flames and the Predators. Flames, D15 is 0. Predators, K52, that is 4. Predators will win that game 4-0. Penguins and the Rangers. Penguins, J34. J34 is 3. Rangers, also H34. That is also 3. Pressure situations all around. Penguins are a C. Rangers are an E. C61 might score for the Penguins, and an E33 won't stop them. The Penguins will score, which means now the Rangers need to find the net with their need to find the equalizer with their net empty. A 50 and E51, though, won't do it for the Rangers. The Penguins will take that win 4-3. Avalanche and the Lightning. Avalanche, I-26 is 2. Lightning are also an I. They rolled a 53. That is 4. The Lightning will take that win 4-2. Sabres and the Maple Leafs. Sabres, J31 is 2. Maple Leafs, I11 is 0. Sabres will take that win 2-0. Kings and the Ducks. Actually, we're on to December 1st now. Kings and the Ducks. Kings, I62 is 4. Ducks, L16 is 2. Kings will take that win 4-2. Blue Jackets and the Blackhawks. Blue Jackets, E61 is 3. Blackhawks, L15, that is 2. That's a pressure situation for the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks are a B under pressure. B55 might get it done for the Blackhawks, and E35 for the Blue Jackets won't do anything to stop them. The Blackhawks will score, and that one will go to overtime. Blackhawks with a chance to win first. And L64 most certainly will get it done for the Blackhawks. They will take that win 4-3 in overtime. Maple Leafs and the Canadiens in some original 6 action. Maple Leafs, G53. G53 is a big game. +65 is +5. So the Maple Leafs were G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're rolling on L now. 54 is 4. Canadiens with an E66 is also 4. Pressure situations all around. Both teams are an E under pressure. Maple Leafs with a 14 can't do anything with it. Neither can the Canadiens with a 53, which means we have overtime in this one. Canadiens with a chance to win first. An E25 won't do anything for the Canadiens. Neither will a G43 for the Maple Leafs, which means we've got another shootout here. Both teams are a B in the shootout. Round 1. Oop, hang on. Let's adjust the right one. What do we say? Both teams are B's in the shootout. Canadiens will score. Maple Leafs will not. Round 2. Canadiens will score again, and we'll go through the formality of it in round 3, but the Canadiens have already won this game. Just to see if the Maple Leafs can score something. They can score. Canadiens cannot, but the Canadiens have already won this game 5-4 in a shootout. Senators and the Sharks. Senators, E42 is 2. Sharks, L22, that is also 2. Pressure situations all around. Senators are a C. Sharks are a B. C41 can't do anything for the Senators. Neither will a B46 for the Sharks, which means we've got overtime in this one. Sharks with a chance to win first. An L36 won't do anything for the Sharks. Neither will an E51 for the Senators, which means we've got another shootout. Both teams are C's in shootout, round 1. Both teams will score in round 1 of the shootout. Round 2. Both teams will score once again. Round 3. Probably the next unanswered goal wins it. Senators will score. Sharks will not. Senators will take that one 3-2 in a shootout. And that is your final score hockey by Downey Games. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we will be at Florida Live Arena in Sunrise, Florida, as the Colorado Avalanche will be headed to town to play the Florida Panthers in Stratomatic hockey. As for what else is coming up on the channel, Saturday morning, Mystical Munchies, actually this will be a Saturday afternoon upload, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the Exquisite Exandria Critical Role Cookbook as we make the entree, fried chicken with coffee bacon gravy. Sunday morning, we will be playing, what are we playing? We're playing Star Wars The Clone Wars on Sunday morning. And Wednesday next week, we will be playing Astro Knights from Indie Boards and Cards. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone. The Tampa Bay Lightning go to Dallas and beat up on the Stars by a final score of 5-4. Once again, take care and I will see you guys tomorrow night.